Oh, man. Are you ready to have some affinity for Satan?
No,
Are
no, I'm not at
you ready?
all.
Are you ready to get comfortable with the Lord of Darkness?
No, because apparently Jean-Luc Godard is fucking Satan, and I have no sympathy for that piece of shit at this moment in my life.
Well, I've got some sympathy if that's what we're dealing with.
I've none anymore. But anyway.
So welcome to episode 23 of Stuck in the Middle with You, a podcast where two guys take a look at a critically divisive film and see on what side of the consensus they fall on. My name is Derek Gade, and my truly pissed off friend is the one and only Juan Barkeen. Say hi, Juan.
Hi.
And we didn't like this one between the two of us.
Oh my god, we loved it so much though.
Between the two of us, we thought that this was underwhelming.
No, we thought it was a masterpiece. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, the tone of your voice kind of gives you away. What did we watch, Juan?
Does it? Does it give me away?
A little
okay,
bit.
Well, I don't give a fuck. We saw Sympathy for the Devil, which is indeed named after the Rolling Stones song.
Yes, the Rolling Stones song from, I believe it's Beggar's Banquet?
Yes, I believe so too.
That song is one of the classics of I guess what you would call the blues-based British rock idiom.
Yeah.
But the film that we saw named Sympathy for the Devil was released in 1968 and directed by Jean-Luc Godard.
And about half of the movie is...
Hold on. Whoa. Oh. Let's set. Hold on. Come on. We'll have plenty of time.
Sorry, I wanted to explain what the movie was about.
I didn't ask you to do so yet.
Well, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I needed your fucking permission to continue the...
Let me set this up.
Uh-huh.
So Jean-Luc Godard is a very influential filmmaker from France.
Shocking.
Part of the French New Wave, which also brought the world François Truffaut and Claude Chabrol, all sorts of awesome filmmakers. He got heavy into politics in the late 60s. He spent most of the 1960s making sort of genre pastiches that played on that traded on, I guess, what he saw in American movies and things that he saw in French movies that he wanted to dissociate himself from. This is sort of the MO of the new wave. But Godard found politics. He found Mao. He found Maoism in the late 60s. And Sympathy for the Devil splits the Godard filmography in two. Pre-radical Godard and post-radical Godard. Now, Juan, what in the name of the holy hell is Sympathy for the Devil about?
Okay, so Sympathy of the Devil, which was originally titled 1+1, actually, which kind of, I feel, makes a little more sense.
It's still called like
that. It's one half of a good movie plus one half of an awful movie.
In the film's defense, it's one half sort of fly-on-the-wall documentary-style footage, fly-on-the-wall footage of the Rolling Stones recording the
That's what I was
going to
explain. Thank you very much. I feel a little annoyed because you literally forced me not to say anything, and now you just took that away from me? Because, like, what the fuck was that, Derek? What the fuck was that? Huh?
Are you gonna be a bastard the whole episode?
Yeah, I am, because you literally just, like, you did not let me finish introducing the goddamn movie after you told me to wait to introduce the goddamn movie.
Should we take it again?
Yes, no, we can keep it like this. I would like to keep it like this. This is important, I feel. I feel robbed, much like the film robbed me of a decent experience of watching the Rolling Stones perform and rehearse and continue to just attempt to get their song down properly, which is what half of the movie is about.
So what's the other half about?
The other half is pretentious bullshit.
Well, let's give credit where credit is due first, okay?
Okay. Hold on. Let's go through the many things that happen in the second half of the movie. So obviously the first half is just like, you know, like long shots of the Rolling Stones recording and re-recording and rehearsing a bunch of parts to Sympathy for the Devil. It's really simple, really interesting. It kind of reminds me of like a more stylized D.A. Pennebaker, because like I just think about like his company cast recording. It's very intimate. It's all very behind the scenes, simple, just presenting the music. And then you have, on the other half, the first time it cuts away from them doing this, it is just like this junkyard, and it's littered with fucking cars and like engines, and there's these guys carrying guns, and they are Black Panthers, and they are carrying guns and reading from like these like texts that I genuinely have no idea what they are.
I believe they are texts of radical politics.
Yes, I don't know who they're written by though, so like I mean that's about it. And then they're like ushering in these white women in like white dresses and like one of them is being like fondled and touched against her will on the floor as she just lays there passed out, and they read about how like,
oh my god,
they read about like white women and black women, and then these other women are getting taken aside and being like beat and murdered.
It's very troubling.
Panthers. And the entire time there's Black Panthers just speaking about like radical black politics, and like it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And then it cuts back to them just rehearsing. And then it cuts
when you say half, it's not like the first 45 minutes of the film are the Stones rehearsing, and the back 45 minutes are these sort of skits, because they are skits. They're sketches.
They're literally skits. That's it. They're the most staged, poorly staged things in the world.
They alternate between the two over the course of the film, which leads to some pretty interesting tonal shifts.
Yes, because it's not just okay. So this is just the first segment. The second segment is you can probably pronounce her name better than I can. Is it Wiazemsky or Wiazemsky?
I think it's Anne Wiazemsky, who was Jean-Luc Godard's wife at the time.
Yeah, I had no idea about that, but you did. You mentioned the films she's been in a little earlier.
She was also in Weekend, and she was in La Chinoise.
My goodness. But which
is one of Godard's other sort of radical Maoist, let's get some shit done texts.
Or at least, I haven't seen either one of those, so I can't really.
Well, I haven't seen Weekend, but I have seen La Chinoise.
Okay, so I'm curious. Like, okay, so let's take a minute and go over which Jean-Luc Godard films have we each seen.
That's a good idea. Because here's the thing. Most casual cinephiles are like, okay, I've seen the stuff from the 60s, and there's like a giant hole where the 70s and 80s are, because that's the...
Nobody wants to touch it.
It's not that nobody wants to touch it. First of all, it's kind of sparsely available.
Fair point.
Like, Histoire du Cinema, for example, took like 10 years to finish up.
Mm-hmm.
It was only available like in parts, and it was only completed in like the late 90s. There's all the video work. There's all sorts of shorts. There's the 80s period, which is where the movies are a bit more available. That's like sort of second level Godard, because the first level is all the 60s stuff with the new wave stuff. Anyway, so if I go down the list and I check the Godard films that I have seen, and I think it's like a partial list here, because there's all, like I said, shorts and video works and all sorts of wild shit that's not exactly super available.
Yeah. Well, I already know how many I have.
Okay, so I've seen Breathless, Alphaville, Pierrot le Fou, 2 or 3 things I know about her: La Chinoise, Sympathy for the Devil. See, now there's a big hole in the 70s.
And then I'm pretty sure you just jumped to Goodbye to Language.
Yeah, big hole in the 80s, and then we have Goodbye to Language. So that's 7. Yeah.
So I have also, interestingly enough, seen 7. I've seen Breathless, A Woman is a Woman, Vivre sa vie, Band of Outsiders, Pierre Le Fou, Sympathy for the Devil, and Goodbye to Language.
So here's the thing. We're both sort of versed in this – not even versed. I mean, we're just more versed in the 60s stuff. So now there's like, we haven't seen like Hail Mary, we haven't seen his King Lear thing.
In my defense, I do want to watch Aria eventually.
No, he has like one part of that.
Especially because I do think it'd be interesting to do Aria for this very same podcast.
That's right, because Aria has a 50% rating. But
yes, hey, maybe we'll do it next time. And probably not though, because I don't really want.
Got a bit of a Jean-Luc Godard hangover.
I feel like I need to Yeah, see, the thing is, every time I watch one of his movies that I really like, I'm just like, man, I really want to watch more of his movies. I think it'd be interesting. And then I watch one that I hate, and I'm just like, man, I really regret doing that because he's kind of garbage.
Well, here's the thing. Godard is kind of an imp, right? Like, I feel like you can draw a pretty straight line between Godard and, like, bad boy European directors of, like, the 90s, like Lars von Trier, right? And fucking Gaspar Noé. But obviously those are like extreme,
more interesting filmmakers.
Those are like, I mean,
I'm such a dick.
We're not going to turn this into a burn fest. I mean, let's give credit where credit is due.
No, I am going to turn this into a burn fest.
All right, then.
60s Godard is just.
Then I'm going to put on my good cop. I'm going to put on my good cop hat then.
Okay, I'll be the bad cop. I don't give a fuck. Like.
All right. So let's talk about Sympathy for the Devil. This is ostensibly what this podcast is about, right?
Yes, okay. Correct. Let's dial it back, I guess.
The film, from a formal standpoint, is really interesting, and at points transcends interesting into actually cool.
Yes, when it is focused on
not
the
just
Rolling Stones.
Not just when it's focused on the Stones. All those are unbroken takes. I mean, there's magic in the studio. You can put pretty much like any band doing anything in a studio, and it'll be at least interesting. But there's a kind of aura when we're talking about the Rolling Stones, when we're talking about Sympathy for the Devil. And the fact that it's broken down into, it feels like about maybe, let's say 45 minutes. 45 minutes of the film is dedicated to them rehearsing Sympathy for the Devil. It starts off as this slow, kind of droney number, and then progressively over the course of the film becomes the version that we all know. And that part, which diffuses the myth of the genius creator, that you sort of have to hack at a thing until it takes the shape of something that you like, it takes the shape of something final, is by far and away the most interesting thing about this movie.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
The skits, for lack of a better term, are shot with...
which we still haven't finished going over
we'll go
what
through
the
them.
skits are.
We've covered
because
two,
I
but
feel
we'll
like
get
that
to...
is an immensely... No, we've covered one. Oh, no, I didn't get to finish...
oh, that's right.
I literally just explained her name.
So yeah,
okay, so let me at least... okay, so first one was Black Panther. Second one is with Andrea Zemsky. Yes, Eve Democracy. And she... literally all his wife does in this movie is like walk around in a dress saying yes and no, answering questions that are honestly just Jesus fucking Christ. It's like outdoors, it's like a nice little like forest type of...
It's very pastoral.
Yeah, and she's just like, you know, like, what is your name? And then just like, no, not what is your name? Like, oh, is your name this? Is your name that? Is your name Eve? And then she's like, yes. And then is your name like radicalism, or like your surname like radicalism? Is your surname like communism? Is your surname this? Is your surname democracy? And then she's like, yes. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. She's like supposed to be a personification of democracy, essentially.
Yep.
Fucking such bullshit.
It's kind of ponderous and kind of ham-fisted.
It's really ham-fisted.
Well, the first one was the Black Panthers in the rec yard with the guns and the white women, which is uncomfortable but also ham-fisted. Eve Democracy is ham-fisted. Is the third one the bookstore?
The third one, I believe, is the bookstore, which, like, essentially, it has, like, a mountain of just men's magazines. There's, like, tits. There's a little of everything. There's, like, Nazi pamphlets.
Shouts out to the set decorator for putting a copy of Cat's Cradle up on the wall.
And she just, like, I noticed, like, Doctor Strange, I think, at one point, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And, like, this one woman who goes in, she's like, like she just like no, it's not even just her. There's more than one person. There's like multiple people who like do the Nazi salute when they finish buying their products, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, here's the
thing.
I want to say that here. Okay, let me try to break this down. It's a shop that sells like genre paperbacks, comic books, pornos, and Nazi pamphlets. And I think the way, like, you don't have to pay, but you do have to sort of get a paper, do a Sieg Heil, and slap a couple of Maoists, and then you leave.
Yes. Which is
there's like two Maoists in the corner.
Like, it's the most baffling concept to me. Like, how is this like a thing that happens?
I don't know. I mean, these are all sort of potent images on their own, in some cases for all the wrong reasons. But, I mean, I think this is supposed to be pop art because this is 1968. But I don't know if it works.
But it's not good pop art. That's the problem. Like,
I
hate sounding like the asshole who's like, oh, this is bad. But, like, it's just a fucking mess.
I'm going to try to break it down a little.
It's just a bunch of ideas shoved into what should be a documentary about creating a song and diminishing the notion of genius creator. That's what half of this movie is about. And then the other half is like Godard's political standpoint.
I'm going to try to break this down a little bit to get to the root of why the politics of the film are so irksome.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to sound this out because this is a podcast, and this is the ideal medium for trying to just sound things out and talk through things and whatever.
Fuck we're trying to say. Yeah.
Okay. It feels like all of the concepts, the political and ideological social concepts in the film here, are being treated by the writer-director as pop art found objects. Black radicalism, communism, Maoism, Nazism. I don't know, pornos and pulp books, I don't know how they figure into this one. But it feels like they're just like sort of these building blocks. Like these little Legos that Jean-Luc Godard puts together to try to make shapes. I mean, they're ostensibly scenes. They're like little contained happenings. Like Jean-Luc Godard, the impish polemicist, doesn't do anything for me because I don't even think he takes it seriously.
I don't think he does, and that's what is particularly frustrating because the last skit is essentially it's a sort of
it's like a fake Normandy,
I guess, follow up of like the Eve Democracy set and
the second one.
Or no, technically it blends all of the.
Yeah, it would blend all three, right? That makes sense.
All of them together. It's on a beach. I think like someone says like, "Oh, what are they doing?" And the other one says like, "I think they're shooting a movie." And there's literally just like this huge camera crane and a woman's on top of the crane. And like literally she just lays there while the camera just moves around shooting her on the camera crane. And like the skies and the sky is looking beautiful. And there's like, I think it's a French flag waving and the movie just kind of ends there. And I was honestly baffled by the fact that the movie ends on like this like 2-minute shot of just a woman laying on a fucking crane with the French flag. And
I think maybe Jean-Luc Godard was thinking that he was making a piece of agitprop, but agitprop is supposed to sort of agitate, not confuse. And I don't know. Oh man, this is something else.
It's just not good. It's just a mess. Like
I don't. Maybe I'm a giant dumb shit who got an MA in film studies by mistake, but I'm not entirely sure.
That's what happened, dude. You just got an MA by mistake.
I just kept failing upwards. I kept writing things, and they kept giving me credit for it. I don't know, man.
This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about, kind of. Let's give it to him.
The reason I say that is because it's kind of this. No. I mean, I got a real point here. I got a real smart point.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's just amusing. Like, go ahead.
I think this movie. I'm sure this movie has something to say, but goddamn, I don't know what it is. I mean, what does that final shot mean? Does that mean somehow that cinema has killed democracy? Is black radicalism somehow somehow comparable to Maoism, is somehow comparable to like German fascism. I'm not sure.
Is democracy killing cinema?
Or is democracy killing cinema? Is cinema killing democracy? What the hell do the Rolling Stones have to do with this?
Are we all being overtaken by these perverse images that we find in consumerist ways, like comic books and pinup magazines and Nazi pamphlets and just, we're so overwhelmed by that we can't appreciate politics and true cinema.
Here's the thing.
What is important in life.
Like, this movie pisses me off for the same reason that academic writing pisses me off, because it's more concerned with obfuscation than it is with actually making a clear point to whoever is reading it.
That is exactly, and I feel like that is going to be a very common theme. Like, if and when we do explore more of Godard's work, I feel like that's exactly what it is. They're just essentially like visual essays entirely dedicated to pushing his own.
Listen, the 70s and 80s is full of Godard video essays.
Exactly.
That's what he does.
He does.
And Goodbye Language was a video essay, basically.
Yes. It's just, it wasn't a particularly interesting one, in my opinion.
I liked it a lot better than I like this. This is for sure.
I agree. I very much agree.
I was kind of hot and cold on it for the same reasons.
But in Goodbye to Language's defense, at least it had interesting filmmaking applied to it.
This is very true.
This has filmmaking that could have been done by any other human being. Probably.
The filmmaking here is fine. It's a lot of long takes. It's a lot of
It's cool. It's just like, okay, if I want to watch a fucking documentary about the Rolling Stones, I'll just go check out Martin Scorsese's Shine a Light or something.
Well, you also have the option
like
of Shelter or Cocksucker's Blues or whatever. There's a bunch.
There's a billion fucking options.
And if you wanted to watch Godard be a total polemicist, just sort of pick and choose a movie from his 70s period.
Exactly. Even during the long interrupted shots of like the Rolling Stones in the sound studio, they also include this atrocious voiceover that
Oh yeah, the voiceover. He's reading like a dirty novel or something, right?
I don't remember what the fuck he was reading, because I honestly just started tuning him out to attempt to listen to what was in the background happening.
I think it was a pornographic novel.
I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. I thought like at one point they mentioned like I don't know, somebody dying or something. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't remember. I genuinely don't know. I was so frustrated listening to it speak. And it would just be in not only the skits, because they do have him in the bookstore, but they also just have him reading while the Rolling Stones are performing and getting ready to perform. And it makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Well, the point of that is to sort of, be disruptive. And
yes, but it's not good. Like, it doesn't add anything to the movie at all. At all. Like, at all. Like, I'm very frustrated about this. I think it's bullshit. I think it's, like, I hate using the word pretentious. I really, really do. But I think it's pretentious bullshit.
How the hell are we going to have the Black Panthers in a movie not address the fact that the Rolling Stones are playing basically black music?
Yes! Thank you. I was waiting for you to bring that up because, like, I remember I saw you mention it earlier, and I thought, like,
they paid lip service to a bit at the beginning of the first sketch of the Black Panthers, but it's not addressed.
No, because it immediately slides into, these Black Panthers are killing these white women, while reading about how, like, black men glorify white women. Like, it's honestly
so
it's astounding. It's astounding that this is a film that exists. I can't, like.
How about those puns that Godard comes up with?
Which ones?
Well, the ones that he spray paints in those little A-sides.
Oh my god! Okay, can we talk about my favorite one?
Which one is your favorite?
Okay, so my personal favorite moment was. Okay, so they're all kind of like, the camera's just kind of gleaning over this porn, and like it cuts away to this woman in front of a red car, and she writes US and then an equal sign, and then draws a swastika, and I had to pause my goddamn movie and just to laugh for like a minute straight, because it's genuinely the stupidest thing in the world. But that's not even like the best one.
No, I got a top three. I got my top three agit puns from this movie.
All right, hit it.
Number 3 is Soviet Kong, because that doesn't mean anything.
But no, it's not that it's Soviet Kong. No. She writes
Viet Cong, and then she walks over, and then writes so. Okay. So that's one. That's number 3. Number 2 is Sydney Marxism.
Okay.
Which is at least kind of clever.
But not enough.
I mean, that's basically what Godard is engaging in, right?
Yes.
But my favorite is the one I want to give an honorable mention to Freud, spray painted on a sidewalk in front of a dude's lawn. The dude comes out of his house and watches whoever's doing the spray painting.
It's beautiful.
But my number 1 favorite is when they go up to a car, and on someone's car, I don't know if it was a plant or anything, but they spray paint the word Mao, and down from the A, like fucking Banksy Scrabble, write art.
Yep. But no, I actually, to bounce off of your Freud one though, I personally enjoyed Freud Democracy. Because at the very least, that one seems vaguely, interestingly tied to like the porn.
Right.
And then immediately cut to Freud Democracy, and then back to porn. And people like not buying, but technically buying porn by hitting Mao.
This movie makes no sense.
I know, it's garbage.
I understand that the late 60s were a fraught time politically in France, but come on.
Come the fuck on.
But Steph, my girlfriend, made the observation that this is like Banksy level stuff. Jean-Luc Banksy.
It is. It's Jean-Luc Banksy. That's it. It's just fucking it's garbage. I hope someday, I genuinely hope that Banksy, that Godard makes a Banksy movie. I would pay money to watch that.
I don't think he's interested.
Luc Godard's Disneyland.
Ugh.
I don't know. I feel like they could be BFFs. I'd watch Jean-Luc Godard's Disneyland.
I think the Banksy Disney movie's already been made, and it's not very good. It's Escape from Tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's much better than actual Disneyland.
Oh man!
In its defense.
So we should.
So clearly,
should we about wrap this up for this?
We both gave this movie. I think we both gave this movie a fresh. I don't know what you. I don't know about you.
Yeah, if by fresh you mean rotten. This was this was not my favorite Godard.
This was my least favorite Godard I've seen so far, actually.
Ooh, probably me too, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. I think this is literally my least favorite Jean-Luc Godard film that I've seen so far.
Like, Goodbye Language I'm still very, very mixed on, but at least everything else I've seen by him I've actually enjoyed. Since
maybe watch Cocksuckers Blues instead.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Give Me Shelter.
Give Me Shelter, right.
Shine a Light. There's so many options. So many goddamn options.
But here are some options that are otherwise, maybe not necessarily Stones related, but definitely movie related. It's recommendation time. Yeah.
Oh my god, how exciting.
So this was my pick. So Juan, what do you got for us?
Oh god. So I want to pick like a 1968 movie because I don't really want to recommend any Jean-Luc Godard movies because I already technically have throughout the episode.
I technically recommended Viva La Vie just now.
Yeah, but so I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well, there has to be some movie that's like that has really good music in it and has really interesting experimentation in it. And oh my god, what's that? What movie came out in 1968 that is the most amazing thing in the world? That's right. It's what?
No, because I know what you're going to say.
Oh yeah, no shit. It's Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
That's I honestly have nothing to say. Yeah, I have nothing to say about this movie except for like it's magnificent. Just watch it. Like honestly, don't waste your time. Like, you waste an hour and 50 minutes of your life watching fucking Rolling Stone meets Godard shit, and you could just be watching like over 2 hours of amazingness instead.
It's such a feat. This movie is just definitely like one of the across the board contenders for greatest movie of all time.
Yes, without a single doubt in my mind.
In terms of special effects, in terms of score, in terms of use of program music, in terms of
everything,
of a lot of things. I mean, there's a reason Keir Dullea didn't get nominated for an Academy Award. This is not an actor movie, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not that Keir Dullea is bad at it. I'm just saying.
He's great at what he needs to do.
And
which isn't like a huge amount, but like still.
I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey for the first time. I think I was 17 or 18 years old. And I know this concept is a spoiler, but the scene where Hal cuts loose one of the astronauts that's spacewalking, and he just spins in space, and there's nothing on the soundtrack. That freaked me out. That was just like, oh god, wow, okay.
It's horrifying, but brilliant. There's so much about this movie that is just, it's magnificent. It's honestly just the most magnificent thing in the world, and
it's pretty good.
yeah. That's my recommendation. How about you, Derek? I'm assuming you'll pick something a little more low key.
Well, I'm not going to pick one of the greatest movies of all time, but I'm pick a good one.
Okay, well that works.
And on the thinnest, most tenuous of links, Mick Jagger, otherwise known as the lead singer of the Rolling Stones, was featured briefly in the documentary My Best Fiend, which was a Werner Herzog jam, chronicling his friendship with the slightly troublesome Klaus Kinski.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason he's in this for like maybe 15 or 20 seconds is because Mick Jagger was originally supposed to be in Fitzcarraldo. He was supposed to be like Klaus Kinski's like sidekick or whatever.
Which sounds fascinating to me.
I know. I kind of want to see that cut in the alternate universe in which it exists. But as it stands now, it's just this really great look at like just this violent friendship. And I've never seen a pair of people like Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski. I can't think of another actor-director combo who is more likely to have shot each other or otherwise have like injured or ended each other's lives.
Yeah.
It's fascinating because, for good or ill, Klaus Kinski was a really magnetic character and also just really also disconcerting when like he got going. And Herzog is just there beat for beat. Don't let him fool you in his old age. He's perfectly capable of the same kind of lunacy. He's probably just better at either hiding it or harnessing it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Don't forget that this guy brought his film crew into the friggin' Amazon jungle to shoot not one but 2 movies.
Such a fascinating filmmaker. I still really need to dive into more of his career.
That's another filmography that's
one of these
riches.
Days. One of these.
So yeah, My Best Fiend. That's it. So next time. Rather.
Oh wait, that's my decision.
That is your decision.
It is my turn to pick a movie because I'm amazing. And
well, it's also just your turn.
And yeah, that. Yes, but I have 4 options, and I'm trying so hard to pick between them because I don't know what I want to watch and talk about.
Well, you kind of gave me a hint earlier.
I know, but I decided other things too.
Okay.
But no, I'm gonna stick with what I suggested, and I am going to casually suggest a nice little dramedy that stars this one actress who I kind of fell in love with a couple of years ago, whose name is Anna Margaret Hollyman, and she was in this movie called White Reindeer, which I really dug, and I'm pretty sure like barely anyone has seen.
Well, I haven't heard of it, so.
Really, you've never heard of White Reindeer?
I thought you were going to say White Oleander, but no, that's completely different.
Yeah, that is incredibly, incredibly different. No, she's in White Reindeer. She's also in like Gaby, Gayby.
Is that
have you not heard of that either? It's on Netflix.
I've heard of that. Is that like a portmanteau of gay baby?
I believe so. Yes.
All right.
She's also in Color Wheel, but the movie in question is called Small, Beautifully Moving Parts.
Small, Beautifully Moving Parts.
Yes. And also Andre Holland is in it, and he's on Steven Soderbergh's The Knick as a fantastic, fantastic character. He's just so good. But everyone is so good on The Knick. You know, I'm just going to recommend The Knick, which I just bought on Blu-ray. Anyway, so yeah, Small, Beautifully Moving Parts. And it will be, I believe, the first movie we cover that is directed by a woman.
Man, you're right. Episode 24.
This is our first goddamn movie by a woman. I cannot believe it. But hey, we're here.
1 for 24 is better than 0 for 24. Next time on Stuck in the Middle with You, we will be covering Small, Beautifully Moving Parts. Directed by Annie Howell and Lisa Robinson. 2 women.
Yeah, I know. Double the fun.
Released in 2011. Now.
Hooray.
Plug time. Actually, you know what? Before we do plugs, we got a little housekeeping to do, which is exceptional.
Housekeeping?
A little housekeeping. First of all, welcome to the people who came in through the Letterboxd mailing list. We got featured in the mailing list, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And there was a small jump in our subscribers. We went from low 60s to low 80s. So thank you to the 20-ish of you.
Holy shit, we had 80 subscribers? What?
We had 80 subscribers. It's tapered down into like the low 70s, but we had at one point.
Oh. They didn't like us enough.
They didn't like us at all.
So sad. Whatever. Anyway.
And also I'd like to thank the handful of people who actually wrote reviews and gave us ratings on the iTunes store, which helped us boost our profile just a little tiny bit, because now I get podcast recommendations.
I'm so glad that we have at least over, like, it feels nice to know that there's over 50 people subscribed.
Yep.
Like, that's kind of satisfying to me. I mean,
good
with that. I'm good with that. Like, that's something.
It's something. It's a little. We could throw a decent sized party.
Woo.
But plugs.
You guys bring your own alcohol.
Juan and I run a website. It's Dim the House Lights. You can find it at dimthehouselights.com. That's where all of our long-form film criticism goes. We share the space with several other writers, including Michelle Arf, Chris Mello, Ross Burks, and Carl Harris. Juan's stuff you can find also at the Miami New Times. My stuff you can find at my portfolio blog, MontrealSchlockCity.com. Juan and I are both active on Twitter and Letterboxd. My handle on both websites is Derek_G. Juan's is Woah, W-O-A-H. It's Juanito. That's all together. If you're interested in this pod specifically, you can go to our podcast's website, which is at sitmwypodcast.tumblr.com. There you can find links to our RSS feed, our Twitter accounts, our Letterboxd accounts, and also a link to our iTunes show page, so you can subscribe to us there and also leave a rating, a review, kind words, harsh words, anything really. Any kind of feedback we get boosts our profile a little bit so more people can come in and listen. So I think that's about it.
That's about it, everybody.
All right, so hopefully we won't try to take too long for the next episode. So I say this while knocking on wood. See you in 2 weeks.
See ya.